Why do we combine whey protein isolate with L-Leucine in rebuild versions of long-range fuel? You probably know that protein is important to many aspects of your health. And when people think of protein, they generally think of muscle mass first, but it's also key to things like immune function, and protein is also the most satiating of all the macronutrients, meaning that per calorie, protein will tend to be more filling than equivalent amounts of carbohydrate or fat. With respect to muscle mass, L-Leucine, which is an amino acid building block of proteins, seems to be particularly important. And a useful analogy when thinking about your muscles is that of a construction site. And what L-Leucine does is it triggers the synthesis or building of new proteins in your muscle. So it's a bit like bringing along a construction worker. The issue is that you then need the building blocks, you need the bricks, and those can come from other amino acids, which is where the whey protein isolate comes in. And by providing the whey protein isolate, you can then support that rebuilding process. And whether you gain muscle or lose muscle depends on the relationship between the synthesis of new proteins and the breakdown of existing proteins. And when you consume protein, you both boost the synthesis, which is the most important thing, but you also slightly reduce the breakdown of the existing proteins. And the last thing I'll add is that L-Leucine seems to be particularly important in the context of very strenuous exercise. So if you've been running for several hours and the carbohydrate stores in your muscles have become depleted, then your body will increasingly rely on the breakdown of proteins for fuel. And L-Leucine seems to be preferentially used in these circumstances. And so by consuming additional L-Leucine, you can help protect your muscles during that type of exercise and thereby enhance your performance.